the lack of takeaways lately, and I know that's something that the back end is more responsible for than you guys, but you got to put the pressure on the quarterback. Do you feel like you're not quite getting enough pressure on the quarterback to force those takeaways the last few games, or?
I wouldn't say it's a lack of pressure. I just think that just how the games have progressed, and the ball's coming out pretty fast in a lot of these instances. So I think that there are pressures that have worked really well, and so we're just going to focus on those and just keep trying our best to get after the quarterback. So
from your position, what is the challenge this week playing that style of offense that Stanford has versus other offenses you've played?
I think that we got to be very gap sound. We have to make sure that we contain the quarterback and be able to adjust to their new style of offense that they're running this year. It's pretty unique. So it's just being disciplined in our responsibilities, like for the outside linebackers and in our gaps and in our coverage as well. So,
but more than other teams you play. You mentioned the gaps and the discipline. All I mean, you got to be that against everybody, probably. Absolutely. But is there something a little different that maybe you're not running at the quarterback as hard as before because of things that they might do on the edges, or?
It's some of their plays are a little bit slower how they develop, so it's important that for us, we stay in our gaps, like I said, like where we're supposed to be instead of but that's not to say not having like a attack mentality of getting after the quarterback. It's just making sure that we're in our right fits, and then the rest will take care of itself. So
was there any level of frustration on Saturday? You guys had a bunch of short fields, but Utah was still able to convert those into touchdowns. You guys feel like maybe you should have got them off the field and you had the opportunity to do so?
Yeah, I think it was frustrating. I think it's frustrating anytime a game turns out like that. I think what I overheard Coach Bray say, like, adversity happens, and I think that we've been taught, and we're trying to really reflect on this year, like responding rather than reacting. And sometimes I think that if we react with frustration, it just leads to more chaos. So I think that even in the adversity, it was important for us to keep our composure. And so it was frustrating, but definitely I think we maintained our composure and dealt with that loss.
What's the attitude and the energy like in the locker room and on the practice field this week? Bouncing back after a couple of tough weeks.
Yeah, just like you said, I think it's about bouncing back and responding rather than reacting to a couple tough losses. I think that the energy has been awesome. We're really focused on us versus us, how we can improve and how we can respond rather than the current situation of where we're at. And it's we're still in a great position and everything's in front of us, so that's what we're focused on. We're not looking back.
Is composure the number one thing to handling adversity?
I think that's a deep question in life and in football. I think that just kind of washing the last play away, playing the next play, keeping composure, not letting emotions get too high. We want to stay a nice constant medium of having a good fight but not getting it out of hand. That was a big question. I hope that makes sense.